38, I ain't been no since then.
Okay, this is the outside. Right there's the ridge. This is pretty high up. Right here's the opening.
Never wasn't that mine, whenever.
This is a 12-foot 2x4 that I attached the camera to, and I have the old tripod on a bungee so I could swivel it around when I'm in mine. That's what I send in the mine. I don't go into these. You see there is a lot of water running out of this mine. Sonny told me this was Virgil Cowger. Virgil Cowger was born in 1907, died in 1980. His dad was Henry Cowger, born 1865, died 1937. And Virgil was born here, and his father, Henry, was, he's buried at the Ware Cemetery, which isn't half a mile from this mine. You see this mine's wide open. I don't have to do any digging. And you can see it's right close to the ridge top. Maybe another 50 feet maximum in elevation to the ridge up there where my four-wheeler's parked.
I bet that bear trap somewhere was all patted down. I bet right there for you.
All right, so what do you call this mountain?
Break Mountain.
Break Mountain.
Yep.
Okay, so it's Lower Lick Run on your side. What's on this other side? What do you call the...
It's Ware Run.
Ware Run.
Ware Run. He's over here over Clark Mountain, right in front of his house. Where he is right now.
And you say this property would have been Susan Ware way back when?
No, this was a Virgin Cowger land here one time. It all belongs to Party Curtin now.
Okay.
Yep.
You can see the post right there, right up front. There's just a lot of water dripping from the ceiling back in there.
It sure is. Every time everybody looked in that, of course, it's fell in here for years since I've been here. I mean, them boys used to tune a lot. We look in here.
Well, I can't see how far back that goes.
Well, first I remember, you could see the back of the light.
Maybe I'm looking at the back there. I can enhance this on the computer when I get back. Right there.
There was never no water in there didn't come out. I remember the old drive. It's gray looking. But this is all.
Okay, I know there's a lot of water dripping, so hopefully you can hear my voice from out here. I'm 12 feet back. We're looking over towards the left side, excuse me, the right side right now. That's about a straight-on shot to the back of the mine. And here we're coming over around to the left side. See all the water flowing off that, see all the water flowing off that rock there off the ways. But I'm looking too close up to the ceiling, so I gotta read this. I see a couple posts on the left there if you look around. And there's even a third post on the right that looks dark right now. Okay, I'm on Break Mountain again. This is the cellar house of the old Susan Ware place, according to Sonny Fisher. She sold out, and the last people to live here was in the 40s. I'm going to show you just across there where you see the snow and the green. That's where her mine is. I'm going to go check that out, of course. I'm going to show you one other thing on her property here. So she had her cellar house to store her food right behind me. And she had a water supply right over here. I'll show you. Okay, this dugout area, I mean, obviously after 60, 80 years here now, this is a natural spring. You can see water still seeping out of it here. And if you look at the trees, they're mostly poplar because this was all a field at one time. And cellar house is back over where my ATV is. And again, the mine's just right over here on this point. This mine and that Virgil Cowger mine that we filmed earlier. First, it's probably 100 yards apart. The two mines are 100 yards apart. Got some flowers popping up here mid-March. I'm going to metal detect up here. It'll be another day. Some big stones here they used at the cellar house. Should be able to see this U-shaped depression here. Back where the snow is where the entrance would have been. You can see there's water coming out of this mine, so there'll be water in it. So we're going to give this a try. Right in the laurel patch. Okay, I know I've said this on other videos. Once coal's removed from the ground and it's laying on top of the ground, it will not sink back down in. So right in front of this mine here, you can see pieces of coal here, up here. It's scattered along here. Right here's the mine.
Some type of collapse there. I hope you could hear me over the water dripping. It does look like a board laying up front there at the rafter. I can see the wall in the back there. I'm probably going to need to get my 12-foot device to get a better view. Because I'm right on the water right now. With that root hanging right there. Yeah, it's going to be hard to see. I'm going to have to get the 12-foot device, but this is the initial view. Don't know what that is hanging there. Something fell down from the ceiling, mud. You could see off to the right of the screen, it looks like coal there, behind that little bit of collapse. Right there's a post. Right there. Off to the right again. And I do believe that is some type of rafter laying there in the water. I'm either going to have to dig some more, get around these roots. You can see the wall back there. I'd like to know what's around to the left. But that's the initial view. That's looking to the left side.
There's Henry Cowger, 1865, 1937. Unmarked graves here. Next to him is John Cowger, 1866, 1940. Maybe that's a brother. I'm going to show you just a couple other stones here real quick in this Ware Cemetery on top of Break Mountain. Right there, Susan Ware, 1855, 1944. That's probably why Sonny Fisher called it the Susan Ware Farm. She died in 44. That farm with the mine and the cellar house and the well all went out about that time. And one reason he probably didn't call it by the husband's name, John N. or John Newton Ware here. He was born 1850, died 1914. So he died quite some time before Sonny was born, so he wouldn't have known it as the John Ware property, but rather his wife Susan. And just back this way, this is Ware Cemetery, Break Mountain again, right across that ridge right there, just 100 yards away on the back side. That's where the Susan Ware property is in that mine that I was just at. And in this direction, I don't know if you can see the ridge in the distance there, a good quarter mile, the highest point that you're looking at back there through the trees. Right back in there is where the Henry Cowger and Virgil Cowger mine is in their property.